wrote that, someone as quiet as you wrote something that deep. So yeah, I've heard a lot of that for years, probably since I was like 18, 19.
Does that tend to be something people assume about you, but that they kind of get wrong, perhaps? Or better yet, let me ask you this question. Can you think of any things that people tend to get wrong about you when it comes to your poetry, presumptions that may be made?
Like I was saying, I'm like kind of soft-spoken, not like introverted and everything like that. So when I perform anything, it's like, oh my God, really? I did not know that he had that in him at all because of the way that he carries himself.
Gotcha.
You know, because when I'm around people, I tend to be by myself or things like that. Even around family, I would be by myself, usually writing or just to myself in general. But when it comes to creatively, it's more like, okay, I could step into the role of lone wolf and let Michael take a back seat in a sense. You're like, all right, he has the wheel now and he's just gonna blow everybody away.
Okay.
So that's how I've always thought about it.
Very interesting. Do you have a piece, another poem, perhaps that you can share with us now?
Yes, I have one that I just finished recently. This poem is called Battleground. It's like the latest poem that I posted on my page.
Okay.
And this is about, it's like really new, relatively new. And people were like, oh my God, this is like profound. As soon as I posted it, it ended up featured on a mental health platform page, like almost right away. So this digs deep. Thank you. I'm going to get into it now.
All right. Thank you.
This is my poem called Battleground. Is there a difference between hell and my reality? Unfortunately not, as they are all one and the same. Have you ever had dreams of residing in hell? It's a fantasy for most, but for me it's my reality. The place is cold and devoid of all happiness. Stuck in limbo between the light and darkness, on the outside I am free, happy, and optimistic. Yet inside of my mind, I'll remain as a prisoner. In my head, there is a civil war that won't end. The bad emotions goes up against the good ones. It feels like I'm trapped forever inside purgatory. The bad emotions isn't my best bunch of friends. All of them exist, so I make it work in some way. They can be quite nasty and cause great trouble. The anxiety just thinks I'm his sole possession. He tends to push me to the limits of my sanity by bringing out all of my fears and amplifying them. There sits sadness in the corner all by himself. He's the feeling that usually keeps me on edge, deciding to show up at very inopportune times. Off-breaking whatever he can find is madness. If he's left out of check, my mind will get ugly. It looks like a hurricane anytime he is around. Of course, doubt is just being impatient as ever. This is the one who can cause the most damage.